100% of generation remains operational despite heavy winds and
What's your maybe?
landslide thing. This will just be. This will be adjusting.
Yes, I'm saying, pardon. Despite heavy winds and
landslides. This will be a just-in-time power system rebuild as opposed to a fast possible rebuild. This make it. You'll be able to write all that now.
You'll do that on the pot up next. I didn't give me that thing to wipe my face, please. Yeah, good afternoon, Dominica, the Caribbean region, and the international community. I am Bertilia Libla Mackenzie, the Chief Executive Officer of Dominica Electricity Services Limited. And at this time, I'd like to provide you with an update on what has occurred just prior to and subsequent to the passage of Hurricane Maria. Dominica Electricity Services Limited, DOMLEC, your electricity provider, Dominica, has begun working on an emergency storm response long before Hurricane Maria made landfall on Monday, September 18th. As a responsible and community-oriented utility, we prepare to the best of our ability for severe weather. However, Maria can be deemed even much more than severe weather. We maintain an up-to-date, detailed emergency response plan which we test and practice regularly so that we can carry out our important role of safely restoring electrical service to all Dominicans following storms. Our employees are customers as well. They too are looking forward to the return of power to their homes and offices and to a return to normalcy on this beautiful island of ours. But before we can bring back power to the island, we need to ensure that it is safe to do so. Already we have begun the detailed and vital work of assessing our system. This ongoing restoration is important for your safety, our customers, and for the safety of our crews. Our teams are, as I speak, working to restore the critical services our island needs to function. We expect that the Princess Margaret Hospital will be re-energized by tomorrow, Tuesday, September 26th. And we are excited and motivated by this. We know that the road ahead is long, and not only for us, but for the whole of Dominica as we rebuild. But as Team DOMLEC, we remain undaunted. Our employees are skilled, resilient, and committed to the task. And we have the full support of our parent company, Emera. But I need to remind Dominicans, as you expect your power to be put back on, that our employees, each employee of DOMLEC, suffered some loss from this system. And so, to continue, DOMLEC is part of the Mera family, and we benefit from the input of our sister utilities through the sharing of resources and support, as was the case in Grand Bahama last year when Hurricane Matthew passed. And so Emera companies are already assisting us by securing power specialists, line crews, and equipment. And this, as part of this activity, they were the ones instrumental in bringing back the 8 linemen we had sent to Anguilla to help ANGLEC to restore power. Safety remains a priority, as we said. And as a result of that, we ask the whole of Dominica, all customers and persons who are on the road, to stay away from downed power lines, flooding, and debris once restoration begins. And restoration has begun. Hidden lines could be energized and dangerous. Please do not use your portable generators indoors, and do not wire your generator directly to your breaker or your fuse box. The power you generate will, what we call in local terms, backfeed onto the lines and can cause injury to utility crews working to restore power, but also ordinary civilians as well who may touch or handle these lines. As you clean up, be careful when you work with extended equipment like ladders and scaffoldings. Ensure that these things do not touch power lines. If you need more safety tips and restoration updates, you can check our Facebook page when it becomes available in Dominica. I know it's already available to persons outside. So we are supported now through our communications effort by our team in Barbados, and we will begin posting today. We understand how frustrating it can be without power in this age when you need your phones, when social media is so, we need it. We understand. And we too are impacted by it. But we want to assure you that our teams will work safely, day and night. And we will not stop until we have returned power to all of our customers. I want to thank you, Dominica, for your support and for your cooperation. What I can say to you, 98% of our network was destroyed, was affected. 60% of our generation remains operational. 60% of our generation. However, as you can see, if you go around Dominica, most of the roofs are gone. So persons would have to put their houses in order, literally and figuratively, get recertified before they can come onto the grid. So one of the things we do not want to do is to have our restoration outstrip the demand from the customers. But to safely answer your question directly, at this time, we would prefer not to tell you how an exact period of time that Dominicans, if we put it out now and we say with the X period of time, Dominicans are going to hold us to that. So we need to undertake a full and complete assessment, which we have not been able to do yet. When we have done that, rest assured we will give you a projected timeline, and the operative word is projected.
You spoke about the use of generators. You spoke about what not to do.
Yes.
And I heard you mention that you should not use the generators inside. Can you be more specific as to how to use the generators?
One of the things is that you do not want the generators to release carbon monoxide, which can affect you adversely. So you do not want to have it in, indoors. It's preferable not to have it indoors at all. And so let me get back to the generators situation. We noted yesterday that in the Castle Comfort area, there was a street light on. And we know that there is no power coming from DOMLEC to that street light. It means to say that a generator was backfeeding onto the line and powering up that. So please disconnect, as we said, the fuse box. Okay?
Going forward, will this be sort of a revolution process for DOMLEC, where we can probably see getting a system where we can probably not see all these poles upon wires and so on going forward from now, because probably a more efficient system from DOMLEC going forward. Of course, as you said, I know that DOMLEC has to carry out the full assessment first, but when you know, powering back of the nation, could we see a different approach by DOMLEC to probably, I'm not saying how to run the company, but to probably, you know, get rid of these high poles and running them? Could we see a different way going forward?
What I can safely say to you is that we intend to redesign the system and to make it more efficient, and to some of the issues that we're seeing now that you will not see them. Definitely, we have you. If you've been affected in a particular way, you have to learn from that and move forward and do it better, build better. DOMLEC is going to build better.
Question. We've just following up on the question that he gave in terms of the lines all around the city. I mean, everywhere you go, there are lines in cities, no matter where you go.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I know for a fact that we have some underground lines. Can you just, you know, give us an idea as to how far that extends?
Yes, we do have underground lines in Roseau, which we are currently assessing, and we can say that they seem to be in quite good condition. So the case for undergrounds in Roseau, I think that's what Fadul was alluding to. Yes, yes.
In terms of the cooperation of the public, has your crew been receiving cooperation from the public? I know, you know, tensions can be high and a few words might be expressed here and there, but are you guys receiving the cooperation of the public?
For the most part, we have received cooperation from the public. You will get the one or two persons. So for example, yesterday, whilst our crew was trying to make safe a line in the Canefield area, he was threatened with a cutlass by somebody who was driving and wanted to move. So we have those kinds of issues, and also we've been having security issues as the whole country is aware that we've been having security issues. But we've been having some security issues, but we've been getting very good support from the Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force.
I know that the company was telling people how to cut the lines, but if, for example, you know, a group of people in a community want to sort of clear a path, and there might be some lines in the road and so on, I know that, you know, the company is urging not to touch the lines and so on, but to sort of facilitate a bit more clearing, is there any safe procedure that, let's say, an ordinary citizen who would like to clean up in their community can take sort of provision?
Yeah, you shift them. You shift them to the side. You try to avoid cutting the lines, because if you cut the lines, when we come to restore, it's going to be more problematic, because that line would not be able to be utilized if it needs to be utilized. And it's not only, note well, it's not only DOMLEC lines that's on our poles. You have all of the utilities, Digicel, flow, mapping on the line. So we really would prefer people shift them to the side. And as you can see in Roseau, DOMLEC has been clearing up the areas, and we know that persons in the communities are clearing up the poles. If a pole is rotten, cut the pole. But if you see it's a perfectly good pole, just shift it to the side once you are able to do so. If there's an emergency situation and you need to move, and the only way you can move is by cutting the pole, please do so. You with me? But if you can do otherwise, please try to safeguard the hardware, the assets.
The Honorable Prime Minister this morning spoke of updates. Can you probably tell us if you'll be joining joining him on his daily updates. The company will be joining him as well.
Okay.
On his daily updates,
Okay.
probably.
Yes. Every day we give information to the emergency center downstairs, so they'll have the updates. But what we are going to do from tomorrow, Adina is making arrangements we have with DBS to have a power talk at a scheduled time every day, so Dominicans can tune into the DOMLEC Power Talk every day, so that they can be updated to what's happening, because a lot of stuff is going to be happening. Thank you.